Yo, what's up? My name's RetroPat, and one of the #1 requests I've seen in my comments recently is to make a solid DPS character and take that a little more seriously. Now, I've actually had this DPS monk called Pat DPSD in the bag for a little bit here, but he's only level 78. He needs a lot more energy and time and XP and mana, just a ton more resources to be put into him, honestly, in general. And today, we're going to be doing that. I am going to be jumping into City in the Cliffs on survival once again, but I'm not even going to be playing this map with an attempt, a fake idea in my mind that it's even possible for me to defeat this, because I just don't think I'm going to be able to at all. And that's not the goal. The goal is to just get some XP on this character, to just pump some, energy, love, XP, attention, mana, kind of as I'm doing now with this, because this is like so cheap. Honestly, at this point, with as much mana as I have, this is honestly nothing to just upgrade this. And like, even if this is wasted and I essentially like never use this weapon that much, I'm down to go ahead and just do this. So I don't even know if that was the best, stat to dump that into. Probably should have thought about that more, but you know what? I just want to put some love into this guy, and no matter what form that takes, I'm going to go ahead and put a bunch of upgrades into a ton of his stuff over here, and then also jump into the map here in a quick sec and try to gain as much XP on him as possible. We are starting today at 79 million XP. I'm curious to see what we can gain. Also trying to spread some love among the resistances. I still don't fully understand how you're supposed to level up resistances. I know there's like some weird specific way. It seems really complicated to me. That's honestly the best I could do. I guess, okay, well that helps like allow me to do more. I don't know what tracks it. I don't know what affects the ability, but we're gonna go ahead and do this. Resistances seem extremely important in Dungeon Defenders when upgrading stuff. So, okay, do I have to... Let me just upgrade this a bunch. If I upgrade that a bunch, will that allow... Oh, no, now I upgraded it too much. That's okay. Once again, I think I'm going to move on from these pieces of gear really quickly. Honestly, all of this mana that I'm putting into these, like, we're probably going to move on extremely quickly. I don't think it's going to last. Dude, that's my... I know that, but I still want him to be a little more powerful today as I play him, because I don't want him to insta-die too quickly to too much stuff. That's kind of where I'm at. So we're gonna see how this plays out. What's my current resistances? Let's go ahead and double check. Honestly, like only 1%. Is something bringing it down dramatically? I must have some piece of gear that is dramatically bringing down my resistances. That's so funny. I don't know what it is. What's I'm trying to see. These gauntlets, these are destroying my... That's very funny. Here, these are transcendent and I can equip them, and these should be a lot better, honestly. I probably should have gone through here just for general gear before upgrading stuff, honestly, but I think it's, once again, it's mostly totally okay. I do actually have a lot of transcendent pieces in here that possibly could be upgrades. I'm going to check out a little bit of that stuff here, but I did go ahead and replace my bracers. I'm going to go ahead and dump a bunch of love into these, fix a lot of my resistances over here. Hopefully this helps out, because, once again, I think resistances are key to survival. Do I need to do 5 before I can... Yeah, pump more upgrades into these. Interesting. I'm going to put it into general resistance. Just spamming upgrades like this. Spending around 2 billion mana today on this, but I doubled tonight. No, you literally have to do like back and forth. Very interesting. I don't understand resistances. Once again, they're really confusing me, but spent 4 billion mana on upgrades for this character. Honestly, a little bit too much, but that's okay. Once again, not trying to go for super max efficiency here. I'm sure I'll earn plenty of that mana back. Let's go ahead, though, and swap characters really quick, because I need to swap to him actually on the wave. I'm going to swap over to my actual, like, tower building monk. We're going to jump into this map. We're going to do a nice build. We're going to sit on our DPS monk during the wave itself to get as much XP as possible. I am starting this on wave 11 because I am on mix mode. I almost didn't even mention that, but I've never played this map on mix mode. Mix mode is like significantly harder. I've gotten to wave 22 not on mix mode. Playing on mix mode is going to make things very, 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 honestly, quite different, and a fair bit harder. That's why I'm starting on a way lower level. Hopefully this is low enough and things aren't too impossible, but if it is, we'll just crank it down. Alright, I did not want to show you guys the entire build process because you've probably seen it a million times on this map, but here is my little tower setup over here at the, I guess, top right crystal, we can call it. The sort of like, I don't know, cavern crystal. Then there's the big hallway crystal, what I call the big high ground crystal, I guess. High ground, we'll call this cavern, and then we'll call this the main hub crystal. That's kind of what I do. I did go ahead and build a forest column over here. I just want to test with this tower. I think this tower is super, super interesting, and I would love to test with it more, and I think it just worked with this build. So I went ahead and went with it. Now I'm going to go back out of my summoner. I'm going to switch over to the DPS monk. Hope that I can actually live. I'm scared that I'm just going to die. I'm 54k HP, which is not great. I'm worried my survivability won't be nearly as much as I need. But you know what? That's part of the fun of testing. Let's just jump into this first combat wave. I've never played mixed mode once. This is my first time playing mixed mode. Let's see if I do any damage. The Cobalt, I feel like, will do too much damage to me. I do have a Genie equipped, so I do get mana just for swinging my weapon, and there's a ton of damage to me. That's okay. I kind of expected that. Obviously, very, very scary. Look at the super slow casting rate on the monk. I didn't expect that, / did not keep that in mind. I'm just going to stay here so I don't die. I'm honestly collecting mana from things just dying around me, which is hilarious. So I'm just going to sit here in my little safe spot behind the reflection beams. These reflection beams have really been a game changer. I feel like there's so many towers I just learn about here and there. And like as I play the game more and more and more, there's always another tower that I learn about that I'm like, oh, wow, this changes the entire way I play the game. Like adding deadly strike towers to my builds. Adding lightning towers were obviously one of the most insane things I started doing. Tower buff beams, reflection beams, like everything at one point or another, pretty much every tower I use, I, for the first time started incorporating it into my build, and I realized how insane it is. I feel like that just happens so much. I'm going to put level 1 upgrades on these aura stacks for sure, since I feel like they super need it. Level 1 little upgrades on all these guys. I really want to upgrade the forest golem just because he's cool. He's just such a cool tower. I do want to put level 2 upgrades, I think, on these aura stacks if possible as well, but I want to save enough for other towers all around. This section seems fine. There's so much mana on the ground. I should hopefully be okay, but I'm going to go spam some upgrades, open some chests, and I'll see you guys at wave 12. Also, most importantly, the mana gained, or the XP gained, sorry. That's like the biggest thing I want to focus on here. So I did gain 2.4 million XP there, which is not much, obviously, for one wave. Like, that's pretty slow, honestly, in terms of, like, XP gained. There's a Transcendent drops, which is pretty sick, actually. That's pretty slow in terms of, like, XP gained and the amount of time it took. Like, this build took an extremely long time to do. Survival is just an extremely time-consuming thing. But hopefully you should get better rewards from it, like gear drops and good XP in these later waves. So I'm hoping that as we start cranking through the waves, it gets better and better. But that was definitely not the most efficient mana per time or XP for time on the first wave. Hopefully it gets better and better, which it should. Rest in peace to the one piece of Transcendent on the map, but we got to jump into the next wave here. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Wave 12 out of 30. I'm hoping, I probably should set a goal of like what wave I want to achieve. I think getting to wave 20 on mixed mode is my goal. There's no shot I ever get past wave 20 on mixed mode, especially without like a proper character setup. Once again, I am kind of just using my my monk here, right? So let me go ahead and put upgrades on the lightning towers and stuff. I'm using this monk. I'm just trying to get XP on him. It's not the perfect setup. It's not the perfect thing. I do want to start using his tower buffing at some point. Like that's a huge part of this character. I know a lot of people told me. I think I've been told to build 2 different monks, like one that's a booster and one that's a DPS. But I like the idea of putting him into. You know what? I don't know if that's dumb. I don't know if that's silly. But I like the idea of putting them into one character. So we'll see. I know it is. I should say I know it is dumb and silly. I know it's inefficient. But you know what? It's fun to me. So we're going to do that and enjoy that. I'm going to go ahead and just pump upgrades on these towers here. This wave was handled really, really well, honestly. I'm kind of shocked. Wave 12, absolutely no problems. Like, I feel like the first time I played this map, like, things were a little more difficult early on like this. It's cool to see. I feel like there is some progression. The thing I worry the most about is playing Dungeon Defenders and not gaining enough progress. And I know I do play the game in a way that I limit my own progress via my own personal decisions and being efficient to enjoy the game more. And it's all about balancing that personal fun choices plus efficiency, right? Because if you're not being efficient enough, then you're not making progress and you're not able to do things you want to do and you lose the ability to do it. That's not fun either. I think some people underrate efficiency in games and think, oh, you either have to be fully efficient or fully fun. Like, well, no, I think most people want a mixture of both. I think most people want to kind of be in the middle there. I do want to go ahead and try to hotkey this to something. Let's just go ahead and I don't know what it's hotkeyed on. Maybe I can go ahead and look around and see. Don't know. My hotkeys are super wonky, honestly, and I haven't fixed them in a quick sec. I know you can hover. People always, oh, you can in game, just hover over a thing. You can hover over things and select certain hotkeys. If I try to hotkey this to my shift key, it actually will not work. You can only hotkey things to, like, I think the natural keybind. So like if I try to, like, what's my 4 key, for example? Ensnare aura, like I don't need that right now. So if I try to hotkey this to like my 4 key, I can do that, right? So you can hotkey things to your to other keys, right? But for minors, you cannot or for like natural keys, you cannot hotkey things to unnatural keys, which are a lot of my keybinds. A lot of my keybinds are things like Shift, Z, X, C, V, Control. I love to keybind things to caps lock in games. I don't think Dungeon Defenders lets you do that, unfortunately. I do a lot of like crouching keybinds like to caps lock, but I'm getting off track. I'm gonna spam upgrades on things and I'll see you guys in the next wave. All right, but with some mana floating in the air that I absolutely cannot grab, I'm going to go ahead and jump into this next wave. Wave 13 out of 30. Things are once again pretty good so far. I probably should have, I just realized I did that level up. Well, I was about to say, I did that level up, and I regret I should have put more HP into my monk on the level up because I'm so fragile. And as you know, actions speak louder than words. Yeah, I should have put more HP in my monk. I think I actually have decent resistances. Hopefully, it's obviously not perfect. It could be a lot better, probably like 50% good, maybe. But man, do I need more HP. I just got absolutely mauled there. All right, thankfully I was able to conquer the wave, no problems, but definitely was lame to die that early. Still gained a fair amount of XP, I believe, at 8. So I'm at 8.6 million gains so far. Definitely want more level ups though. Now I like really want to go ahead and get some HP on this character. I'm just going to use the mana that I had to put a 3-star upgrade on this tower buff. And look how long this level up is, though. It's unfortunate. My casting rate on this character is, like, really bad. Like, hilariously bad. Oh, what's my casting? I guess it is literally at 0. Equipment makes it negative 119. Yeah, I mean, dude, that shows. Honestly, it shows so much that it feels so... Even, like, you know, out in the building phase. This is the building phase. It's supposed to be, like, way faster, right? It feels tremendously slow, but I guess, you know what, that is what it is. Honestly, really shocked at how like chill I feel like the I'm shocked at how easy / simple the mixed mode has been so far. Obviously mixed mode is like significantly more difficult, I feel like, but like I don't know, for whatever reason, I don't know, I almost wonder if this would be easier on, we'll get to wave 20 and stuff and see. I'm almost wondering if mixed mode would weirdly be easier, because the things I kept, that would be groundbreaking and totally change my ability to possibly complete this level. I feel like the biggest problem that I was having was that I was dying to the ogres, right? The ogres were my biggest problem playing this map normally and actually trying to complete it. So if I can circumvent the ogres to some extent and get less ogres on the map by going mixed mode, then I might be totally fine. It might actually totally change my ability to beat this map. Well, just kidding. That might not be the case, because as you can see, wow, I did not realize a bunch of stuff over here took a ton of damage. This is what, okay, well, this is a good wake-up call to let me know, you know what, man, maybe not as everything is as easy as it seems, because, yep, okay, this is probably going to be the area of the map that loses me the game. I'm probably going to have to stick over here instead of over at the main hub. So I'm going to give the hallway some more attention as opposed to the hub from now on. Let's go grab whatever mana I can, put whatever upgrades into that area, and just stay there during the waves. I'll even use my tower buff beam. What's it called? Tower boost? My defense boost type beat ability. All right, I think I am ready. I think it's time. Let's go ahead and jump into this next wave. Wave 14 out of 30. I was thinking that I would make it to wave 20 on this map, but honestly, I'm thinking it might be 15 after the damage that I saw happen to these towers over here and after the problems. So we'll just have to play it by ear. I'm gonna go ahead and activate my defense boost and see how much mana it drains. It's actually whoa, I guess that's part of the strength. That is very little mana, honestly, per few seconds or whatever. 15 mana. This is a like pretty small amount of mana, to be honest, to be draining. Much smaller than I feel like a lot of the barbarian, you know, stances. Let's put an upgrade over on this lightning tower while I'm activating my little defense boost. Let's check other parts of the map to see if things are okay. It seems like most things are okay. There's an ogre over at one section. I always forget about goblin copters being dropped right here. I wonder if I wonder if an archer right here is going to be necessary. I just realized, oh my god, I'm bad at the game. I mean, I know that, but like, I just realized, whoa, my minion units, are you kidding me? I forgot to use all my minions. Look how slow my level up is. I'm not even gonna be able to get it before this ogre smashes me. Are you kidding me? I didn't use all my minion units. Oh, what? I have so much more to build then. Okay, well, that changes things. I'm gonna keep a lot of my mana here. I'm gonna head over to the main hub core. I'm going to switch over to my summoner. Are you kidding me? And now I can build oh, also there's the Jinlet pet. Nice, cool. And then now I can go ahead and build that's so crazy actually. Switch over to the summoner, and now I can build an archer in front of that little section so that hopefully goblin copters can politely fuck off, please. Thank you so much. Yeah, beautiful. So right here, hopefully I can just go ahead and I think I just want to go ahead and do it. I think just build a an archer right here. I mean, he's still going to cleave into them, unfortunately, if that's the position. Maybe I do like a spider here as well. Maybe even a goblin copter or an archer like right here to like make it so he has to like fall or something. I don't know. It's going to be... It's a little funny, obviously, but I don't know what are you going to do. He is such a... Goblin copter... Goblin copters dropping things off there is such a pain. Anything else that needs extra things? Maybe like a guy here. This area was definitely the area that needed the most protection. That wall is totally like strong and seems good. I feel like this section is like mostly fine. I don't know if I need anything over here. Maybe an extra archer. I have 9 units left. I could just do a mage minion as well somewhere if I really wanted to, but it would leave me with an awkward amount. I mean, anything leaves me with an awkward amount of minions usually, to be fair. 6 and 4 would be 10. So yeah, I only have 9 units. 9 units is so awkward. I'm gonna go place an extra one. I feel like this section's gonna need a little more support, given there's only 1 archer here and a spider. I feel like this is probably where I've got to do it, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna place the extra archer there. It would have been nice to place at the main crystal as well, but you know what? I just don't think it's gonna work out like that. And honestly, since I'm already on the summoner, maybe it's worth to just stay on for a quick sec and like spam upgrades around using the archer. Or sorry, the summoner. What did I say? Archer. Using the summoner instead of... Look how fast that is too. It's like instant, the upgrades. That's actually insane. Okay, it's probably worth to stay on the summoner for a quick sec and spam my upgrades off like that. Let's go collect some mana though. All right, all of the builds or all the upgrades, I guess, have been done. Let's go ahead and drop our measly 40 mana before switching over to our monk. But I mean, hey man, that 40 mana can tower boost things for a few seconds, honestly. So you know what? I will happily take it. Let's jump into this next wave. I'm at 90 million XP out of 100 million. So honestly, I really feel like I haven't gained as much XP as I would like so far. It might just be better to go like grind Tinkerer's Lab wave 1 or just grind Tinkerer's Lab. I mean, now that I can actually beat the Tinkerer's Lab map, that might be something worth considering. I want to put a few upgrades into things. Look how slow this casting rate is, though. Oh, it's like painful. It's like painful to watch. There actually is one chest in the center of the map that I did miss / forget, to be fair, that I just noticed. Let me just head over here. And do I have enough for a 3? I think I'm just barely... Well, now I have enough. Perfect. Okay, so I can go ahead and put a... Well, honestly, let me put a 1-star onto the aura stacks. I feel like that's more important. Oh, I totally... Wow, I'm going to be honest, I totally forgot / didn't even notice that this was wave 15. So this was the difficulty spike. I wasn't even paying good attention. So, yeah, difficulty spike wave. Woo, very cool. Very, really changed the way things happened, right, guys? I think the aura stack over here, hilariously, is getting drained. Let's see. Yep, as you can see. Oh, and my crystal's under attack. I can't make it to that. I'm just going to... If it dies, it dies sort of scenario. I am going to, we'll try to upgrade this, but the wave completing is actually going to interrupt my upgrade. So I think, yep, right there. As I'm like 3/4 of the way through. This casting rate, look at this is the build phase casting rate too. Tremendously slow, but that's okay. We still get it done, get it taken care of, and all of this is doing fine. It takes a little bit of damage from goblin copters, but it is mostly okay. I probably need to go give some love to the area that was actually being attacked. The area that actually had something get through and attack a crystal. Oh, there's so much mana on the ground. Wow. All right, and I think with those upgrades, I think we're ready for wave 16. I do really want enough mana to get an upgrade on the aura stack over here, not gonna lie, but you know what, that'll have to wait for the future. Let's just jump into it. 1168 minions coming in. Should be good, unless I make some crazy mistake from wave 16 to, 20-ish, but I don't know. I mean, it makes sense. I thought I would be able to, it's weird that wave 22 has been the choke point on this map for me, though, so I don't know. Maybe like there is a difficulty spike, not difficulty spike, but like just wave 17 with the difficulty spike and an increase of minions just ends up being just enough to, for whatever reason, kill me. So it's very, very possible something like that happens. I'm going to put an upgrade or slash, upgrade over here on this lightning tower, get it up to 3-star. Well, I guess after a minute of two of waiting, I probably actually should have moved closer to the tower to make this easier, because as you can see, if a snot rocket hits me, it's going to stop my upgrade, and it takes 2 minutes to upgrade. So, would be a bit of a Are you kidding me? That might have actually been at the like latest tick possible. That's Dungeon Defenders. Hopefully I can finish this upgrade before the wave ends. It's hilariously gonna be close. Oof, okay, wow, my cast. I wonder if he's upgrading my cast rate a little bit. Like, I wonder if that would just like help tremendously. I wonder if that's the strat that I need to factor in. Because this is, if I try to upgrade this Aura Skull, I'm never gonna get it before the build phase. There's just no reason to. That's actually, I won't shut up about it, but my casting rate is like so funny to me. It's like actually hilarious. There is that wave complete though. Boom, boom, perfect. This is a Strength Drain. I'll upgrade the Strength Drain Aura to 3-star. I feel like the Strength Drain Aura is much more important than the Ensnare Aura, to be totally honest. Ooh, haven't seen this yet, but these archers over here actually took some significant damage. So I feel like these two hallways end up being the like easiest to protect, weirdly, throughout the entire map, which I did not expect when I first started playing this map. But you know, finally, if I ignore them enough, I guess it could even become a problem. So we're gonna give them some love here, especially on the spider. Being able to web whatever coming in is just super significant. Like, these guys aren't even inside the aura stack. I feel like in a lot of like, maybe just barely, actually, to be fair. So hopefully any minions attacking them will be affected by the Strength Drain Aura. All right, think I'm ready for wave 17. I've got 3 pieces of Transcendent gear being evaporated on the ground, getting 258 million over to my bank. Yeah, making up for all the mana that I spent earlier in the episode. Currently, I've gained 16 million XP. Not good in terms of like time to XP. Honestly, terrible. So maybe, and that's what I was kind of going for. I feel like if anybody hasn't, like, once again, I just feel like it's so hard to beat Tinker's Lab Wave 1. I feel like if you play Tinker's Tinker's Lab Wave 1, it's just so hard to beat in terms of efficiency. Just grinding that wave over and over and over again. I also just enjoy it. Like, it's actually like so fun for me. I like repetitive gameplay loops like that. I'm an MMO player at heart, and I like grindy sort of things like that have, I always call it like micro variants of movements, which, I mean, Dungeon Defenders is almost all micro variants of movements. Like, you're going around and building different towers, you're doing different things, but in actuality, you're doing the same loop over and over and over again. But every single movement and every single like tower you build is all different, and all the directions you do and like all the decisions, like it's just different enough to make it still involving and still interesting while grinding and like gaining slow progressive progress, I guess. So I don't know, I really enjoy that kind of gameplay. There's a couple ogres coming. I'm gonna slash around here though, but ooh, and some wyverns coming from back there. That's kind of hilarious. All the DPS towers there are 3-starred. I think I'm just gonna 3-star this. I don't know if that's good, but sure. There's an aura stack over there that is once again like pretty damaged, so I'm gonna go heal that, unfortunately. Man, being on my, I will say, dude, this being on my monk, I've complained about it infinitely, but this casting rate is like actually hurting me in the waves, because I'm getting so much mana from my genie and stuff, but I can't put it into stuff. Like, I'm not able to like use my mana fast enough because my casting rate is so slow. I'm gonna have to just wait for build phase here. It's actually like ruining, I guess, this character as a DPS character. So I will have to level up my casting rate. It's like that important. And thus brings us to wave 18. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Just barely, not enough mana to get the last 3-star upgrade on the last DPS tower. I think it's the last 3-star upgrade. I think it is. So I need a little bit more mana, and then I could get a nice upgrade on that lightning tower. But other than that, yeah, I'm sitting pretty good, I feel like, with upgrades. Yeah, I have the mana. Now let me go spend 3 minutes on the cast to actually upgrade this and hopefully get it off before something smacks me. So here we go. Wish me luck. I'll see you guys in 5 hours. You can see to my left the Ensnare Aura, or one of the auras, getting drained. It just has a really, really wide net, and I think it like slows down all of the... Watch that snot. We just watched that snot ball get deflected as well in like slow motion. That was kind of awesome. I kind of just realized, does the Ensnare Aura also slow down like projectiles, like snot balls, or like archers, arrows? I hope so, because that's so funny. Like, Like I really hope that's the case because it's just so amazing. Do I just lose now? Are you kidding me? Out of the blue randomly. Didn't think that was an option right now. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Actually, no problems, guys. I'm gonna activate my defense boost. Actually, not a problem in the world. We're actually totally okay. Do not stress. True and real. Not even close. Okay, we should be fine. Wave 18 should be completed here. Definitely not. Okay, well, mess with me some more, why don't you? Mess with me some more. But, you know, just bully me and make fun of me for my slow casting rate, okay? I know it's a slow casting rate. I'm working on it, okay? Let me go ahead and upgrade this spot. Oh, I'm not going to upgrade this spot. It's so slow. This whole episode is like 20 minutes of me just complaining about my slow casting rate. But there we go. Wave 18 completed. I have my... Oh, my God. So fast. Build. My build casting rate. Okay, beautiful. How's it looking? We've got around 20 million XP gained. Let me go grab all this. I should be able to get one more level up, hopefully, before we lose, or hopefully just stick around for a while to hopefully not lose. We will have to see. Let me get some upgrades on stuff over here. I wish I had like another... like more mana for another minion, so I could like place another archer or something in this direction. I'm gonna stick over here since this is the crystal that's taking the most damage. I'm gonna start sticking over here during the actual waves themselves. I'm gonna grab whatever mana I can, put the upgrades into these archers. I wonder if it's... I think it is actually super worth. I'm gonna switch over to my summoner here, literally just for the build phase because the casting rate is so much better. And I can like traverse around. I think it's hilariously worth to do this, even just for the build phase. All right, I pumped out all the upgrades that I could. I'm going to drop the little bit of mana that I have, switch back over to my DPS monk, and jump into this next wave. 20 million XP gained so far. Let's see the mana that we get from jumping into this wave. It's going to look like 253 million. I'm going to activate my tower defense, but I do need to actually get some more mana to sustain it. So I'm going to go grab some really quick, not get hit by an ogre, because that would probably one-shot me. All right, I get a little bit of mana. I still have my boost active. I want to head over here and grab up those blue crystals where possible. Get a few swings in there with 1,300 mana. That will help me sustain this. If I stand over near these DPS towers, I feel like it's going to really, really amp them up. I can even see my these guys being affected over off in the distance. I do want to eventually run around the map. Ooh, but it's really hard when I'm getting beat up. Essentially just look at even my heal, my self heal is so slow because of the casting rate. Ooh, like that's... I think I'm gonna die. I think I'm dead, boys. I'm gonna be honest. I think I am most likely dead. There's literally an assassin chasing me. I barely make it out. My casting rate is so slow. There's an ogre on top of me who throws a snot ball. Wow, what brought him there? Some sort of goblin copter? That was absolutely terrifying. I think I need to make it back to the golem. I think the golem can heal me. So that's my mission, okay? We're on a mission, boys. I'm gonna try to make it back. I'm sprinting over. We're gonna grab whatever mana we can. I think my golem can heal me. I believe the golem heals me. Does it not actually? I thought the golem did for some reason. Doesn't seem like it does. It only heals the towers / boosts them. Okay. I wasn't able to make it to the hallway crystal at all this wave. But I was able to, I do think, like, tower defense, or tower boosting, sorry, defense boosting, yeah. Monk tower boosting, like, really seemed to help the main core defense. I feel like that actually helped tremendously, so super, super worth it. I'm going to run back to the main crystal so I can just go ahead and drop my mana and switch over to my summoner and do all the upgrades and stuff like that, like we talked about. All right, it is wave 20 time. This will be probably the last difficulty spike that I see. Once again, my record on this map is wave 22. I do not think that I'm going to be able to like beat this map with a suboptimal build with a suboptimal character out. Maybe if this character was like higher level and had more like stats and stuff and was more effective, then like I could see like I think the reason why I'm kind of making this character honestly is because I do think the tower boost ability could be the difference between me winning and losing this map. However, we're not there yet, right? We're mostly just here to train this character and see if we can get there in the future. That's my main thought process and my main goal right now. So we're going to jump into this. I'm going to stick around this area since it is the weakest right now and just keep defense boosting this area. I might try to put in... The problem is I don't even like want to put an upgrade out anywhere because I don't think I'll get it off, you know? Like it's kind of ridiculous how long it takes to get the upgrade off. I don't think I'll ever actually end up getting it off in time. The ogres are kind of just, yeah, they're getting whittled down over here. Things are looking pretty good so far. This was my goal. I wanted to get to wave 20, and if I die here, if I lose here, it's okay. I'll probably end up doing some Tinker's Lab wave 1 runs, or just Tinker's Lab, like trying to learn to speedrun the map itself. That's probably the best XP I can do right now, so that'll probably be the next episode, and my next goal in mind is just it'll help me gain XP. It'll help me, I don't know if I can get gear drops from it. I do need to find a way to farm gear, like where I should be farming gear at my current position. Someone left a really cool suggestion recently. I forget, it was like a specific map you could cheese with Jester, like a PvP, not PvP, a you know, assault style map where you're actually pushing the opponents, I believe. There's a way to cheese it with Jester, which is really interesting. I just don't have a Jester built. I'm so far from it. Plus, it's cheese, but I kind of like cheese strats. I'm not super opposed to. Right? It's more about how fun they feel / how powerful they are as well. Also weighs in. Not gonna lie. I can tower boost here in a sec. There's the defense boost. There's an ogre coming through, so we're gonna go ahead and thankfully take care of him. This wave is looking pretty good. I do feel like what the tower boost really gives us, like, we can go check. It's so good. The potency of all nearby towers and regenerates their HP. So it does increase the damage, but as we can see, like I said, like wave 20 might be our last wave. So even with the increases, there's still some ogres getting through, which is something I talked about. And yeah, we almost took a loss there from that one ogre coming through. That is kind of crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and deactivate the boost, and then oh my goodness, off in the distance, a strength drain aura has gone down. We're gonna head over there. Try to give this area some love, because I bet the other aura is also low. That's unfortunate that this area, the aura stacks get drained so much. So I will have to actually make a new aura stack over here and fully level it up between the build phase. The final ogre is getting blasted down. It's kind of, he's wobbling back and forth, but getting blasted down slowly by the DST over here. There's a really important level up that'll actually be super nice. The problem is, I really want to put HP on this character. Man, I really do. But I also really want to put tower boost on it. I've got 20 points to spend. I'm gonna get the tower boost up to 1100 for visual reasons, and then put a bunch into HP. But I feel like tower boost is actually more important. I'm gonna put the rest into that. So we're gonna do a little bit of HP. I only get up to like 55k HP. Honestly, my HP is like super minimal still, unfortunately. But I feel like tower boost, if I want this character to be the reason I can win this map, it will be because of its tower boost effectiveness. So we've got a long way to go, though. This character's only level 80. I feel like it needs so many more stats, so many more gear. It needs a lot of attention. I honestly almost missed it, but I was looking at my defense units and I was wondering, like, what the hell happened? Why am I at 136? And it's because when the strength drain aura went down, it also took the tower buff beam with it. So not only do I need to build a new strength drain aura, which I did, I actually built it over here to hopefully get it drained less. I also need to build a new tower buff beam back over at this spot and fully upgraded. So really glad I at least noticed that, because that could have been really bad if I didn't realize. I would have missed out on so much damage over this next wave. All right, I think I've done all I can do. I'm going to jump into wave 21 here, hope for the best, try to get some more mana so I can actually have my tower, my boosting, you know, ability, my defense boost with my monk. Don't want to get blasted by that kobold, though. He's going to do way too much damage to me, or I won't really be able to recover. Well, I kind of want to head over here, but if this ogre swings at me, I've got to get out of there. He does way too much damage. There's a snot rocket coming. I'm going to go ahead and activate my defense boost and stand over here. Kind of stand over here. Honestly, I can kind of bait the ogres that come over here and try to distract them. And honestly, I feel like that helps a ton. I want to keep an eye out for any like goblin copters. I don't know what is bringing ogres close enough. Sometimes they're just able to walk through. I took a lot of damage there. I want to heal that off. And sometimes they are just able to walk through. You know, I get that, but I feel like sometimes they are also being like sneakily dropped off or something. There's a couple I just don't know how they get so close to the crystal so fast, you know, sort of thing. That highway, I will say the problem is right now there's the highway, the hallway rather, crystal. This thing is being, I really need to get over there. As you can see, the strength rate, oh, I just lose. Okay, that's fine. So wave 22 again, or 21. That was 21, okay, on mixed mode. So interesting. An hour and 20 on that map. An hour in build. Oh, as you guys can see, this stuff takes a long time. But I do feel like I learned a lot there. I feel like I actually learned a ton. I feel like tower defense, or the defense boost on the monk is going to be the way to beat this map and beat this current checkpoint that I'm at, this benchmark. However, I feel like I need to do a ton of XP training, either on Tinker's Lab Wave 1 and just grinding that, or just straight up doing the Tinker's Lab like story mode over and over and over again. So we're gonna figure that out next episode. Next episode should 1,000,000% be tinkering the lab and seeing how many times we can tinker that lab. So thank you guys for watching as per usual. Like the episode if you enjoyed it, dislike if you did not. Subscribe for Dungeon Defenders videos every 3 days, and happy holidays, fellas. Peace, Reno. Yo, thank you so much for watching until the very end of the video, and a huge shout out to everybody listed here who goes above and beyond, supports the Patreon, and allows me to focus more on Dungeon Defenders content. Thanks again. Have a great day.